The New York Times has confirmed the authenticity of Hunter Biden's laptop. Now, we didn't need the New York Times to do that. Simple truth of it is everyone knew that this laptop was authentic. Why? Because when the New York Post first published its article about the laptop, this was in October, by the way, before the election, a bunch of news outlets went rushing to the computer repair guy who had provided the laptop, where Hunter Biden had left the laptop, and he said, yeah, it's authentic. It's his laptop. And then comes Hunter Biden's business partner, Bobby Linsky, to confirm the information on the laptop. And yet the left did everything it could to kill that story. The media, in a sense, coordinated to not report on it. Twitter, of course, shut down the New York Post article. Facebook said that they would not feature the article until they fact-checked it, which had never happened. And so, in effect, they killed it also. And then, very interestingly, 51 senior intelligence officials. These are former retired directors of the CIA, people like that. People like John Brennan, former CIA director, Mike Hayden, former CIA director, Leon Panetta, former defense secretary, John McLaughlin, former acting CIA director. All these top guys come out and go, this laptop is Russian disinformation. And now we know that all these guys were lying. Either they were lying or they were incompetent. And of course, their statement that this was Russian disinformation provided then a basis for Democrats to say there's nothing to this, as to provide a justification for not covering the story, dismissing the laptop. I mean, think about it. This laptop and the expose of the crimes of the Biden family. By the way, it exposed the fact that Biden was lying when he said he knew nothing about his son's business. The laptop showed he was actually actively present. And so this would probably have sunk Biden. And the left knew it. That's why it was so important for them to shut this down. That's why they essentially got this group of 51, the gang of 51, let's call them, to make this claim. Now, based on supposed intelligence that was available to them. Now, it's possible, of course, that these 51 guys are just 51, fools, 51 idiots. And if that's the case, I guess it would explain a little bit about why we were so unprepared for 9/11, why we couldn't find bin Laden, why we were wrong about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, why nobody seemed to predict how an Afghan withdrawal would go. It could be that we just have low IQ guys in the field of ironically called intelligence, very unintelligent intelligence officials. But I don't think that's what it is. I think what it is that you basically have people who are fundamentally dishonest to their core, ideological partisans who are using their title in order to state something that they know to be false. They kind of knew the laptop was right. They knew it was authentic. The New York Times' confirmation is just, in a sense, saying what everybody already knows. But they went to bat for Biden because they wanted to pull him over the finish line. They wanted to make sure that Trump was defeated. And so what the New York Post does now is they contact all these guys and they ask them, hey, do you take back your earlier statement where you said it was Russian disinformation? I think what's really fascinating is that all of them won't respond. And so Michael Morell, former CIA acting director, now at George Mason University, no response. Doug Wise, former Defense Intelligence Agency deputy director, now at the University of New Mexico, no response. Nick Rasmussen, former National Counterterrorism Center director, now head of some global internet center, no response. Mike Hayden, no response. Jim Clapper, no response. Leon Panetta, no response. John Brennan, no response. John McLaughlin, no response. So all of these guys are now hiding under their desk and refusing to call back. Why? It's kind of like they've been caught out in a lie, but they know that the media even now is going to protect them. They're not going to find gangs of reporters and people taking their photo as they come out of their homes. And so what they say is, let's just write it out. Let's just basically say nothing. We'll let the storm pass. It will all go away. And essentially, we will have gotten away with the lie.